Good morning, OTT Sports Network, tuning in across the globe. If this place looks familiar, it's because we were here less than 24 hours ago taking on, who did we play yesterday? Littleton Black. Different story today. They have skied their way down the mountain. Vail Navy is in town, and we've got a double header. We all know the story with this Vail team. We've beat them once, we've lost to them once, and we've tied them once. These are both exhibition tilts, but it's the best competition we've seen all season long. Looking forward to a couple of fun ones here today. Thanks for joining us. I'm Harry Haviland alongside Brian Bodine, the OTT Sports Network and Family Sports Center down here in, where are we? So suburban. What's this place called?
Family Sports Center. This is where the
Littleton
family
Centennial?
hangs out. The Family Sports Center.
In Centennial, Colorado. It's right by the airport. Popovic out there with Stewart and Manick to start this one. Vail coming in quick. There's that
Wow.
number 6 we remember. Gets that
Holy
backhand
cow.
shot off quick. Prokop with the stick save. Stewart fighting in the corner with Vail up against the boards. They're holding this one in. They came down here to play
They
this
sure
morning.
did. You can hear Foster yelling, cheering the team on.
That's a quick icing against your Warriors. They're going 200 feet the other direction for another face-off, and a fresh set of legs coming out there.
Wow.
Vail came out with a little bit of heat there, Brian.
They sure did. And you weren't joking, Harry. I think they got out of town up in Vail's getting like 18 inches of snow. Down here, we're getting a little dusting. Just that winter wonderland outside right now. I was listening to some Christmas music on my drive down here. It felt like Christmas time, Harry.
It did. It was, I didn't know what the roads were going to be like. Wasn't too bad coming down 25 this morning for me. It is snowing there. Kolcheski pushing this one behind the net. He's out on D with Cannonberg, who's forcing this one wide. At number 6, spinning back in the corner. Centering pass goes right through the slot and out to the other side. Burdette racing up the wing, getting chased down by the Vail back checkers. He's got Weaver going to the net. Burdette takes the shot, gets one on this Vail goaltender, testing him here with 13-17 left to go in the first period. This is going to be a little bit faster than yesterday's game, I have a feeling.
I think so, Harry. It seemed like a good test to start the day yesterday, but then the Warriors really ran away with that game against the Littleton Hogs.
Castillo, Haviland, and Bodine now. One over to Bodine, gets knocked down against the boards. Bevan pinching in at the blue line. Holding there's Castillo and Bodine. He goes down. Castillo's trying to dig for it underneath the fallen players. Back to Bevan, who gets a shot off, deflected and just off the goalie's toe. Another shot right into the glove there. Castillo from a sharp angle, testing that goalie once again. Hanging on to it for another face-off deep in the offensive zone. Flipped out to center ice, jumps over McGowan's stick. Now he's back into his own end there. Prokop is going to touch up on it. He doesn't. Vail out to the side. Castillo coming up Main Street right through. Tries to flip that ahead to Bodine. Bounces over a couple of sticks and then fighting for it against the glass right in front of us is Bevan. Back over to Castillo. Castillo's going to shoulder his way into the blue line. Can't stick handle through the skates of that player. They can't get a shot all the way to the net. It's blocked and turn around. Coming out the other side is Vail. Making that long stretch pass in. McGowan's going to have some time as players are peeling off their change.
Whoa!
He gets it
I
tied
just
up in a
don't
stick
get
there.
that.
You're going to call it a high stick. So it's going to come outside the zone and take
It's
it.
just so unnecessary. I just don't understand that. Harry, that's the first instinct these kids have is to reach up with their stick and.
I thought we high sticked that. Now it's going all the way down.
It doesn't make any sense. We got Scott Foster. Like sometimes we go to Gene Seratore in the NFL booth. We go to Scott Foster for the rule check.
Oh, with driving his head into the ice or into the glass. Wow. Popovic goes down hard there. Number 11 drove him into the glass on the far side. He's back up and fighting for it though, out there with Stewart and Manick. Stewart behind the net, circling back up the other way, up off the boards to Cannonberg at the point. Turns, takes the shot, saved there by the goaltender. Kicked out to the side and Stewart's behind the net with it. Fed up the wing and stick down there by Popovic. Stewart in the corner. Popovic heading towards the front of the net. He's going to go around to the other side for it. Out to the high slot, backhanded out.
Oh boy.
Vail makes the pass across, coming through, gaining the zone. Lauber does an excellent job there, breaking that play up and keeping it into the corner. Lauber out with Stewart now, battling in. Popovic goes down in the corner. Lauber up the far side to Manick. Feeds that one up and out of the zone, chasing it back as Vail. It's not going to reach all the way down. Icing's waved off. And we've got 11 minutes left to go in this 0-0 first period so far. Vail kicking that one in. Kolchevsky back to collect. To Weber. Into the middle, picked up by McGowan. Building up ahead of steam, coming across the red line, gets it up to Fredette. A little bit behind him, now he's fighting for it. Going in deep, blocked it down. Bouncing at the blue line, a couple of Warriors fighting for it. McGowan lost his glove and he's gonna leave that. Gonna have to jump off, go, go, go.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Oh,
Hey,
big
what a
save there
save.
by Prokop. Coming up big as McGowan had to head to the bench with an equipment malfunction. He's missing a glove and they got caught 2-on-1. Comes out the far side to Weber. Back to Foster and up to Fredette. Couldn't skate it all the way through. Oh, it does sneak through. I didn't see that happen there. Goalie hangs on for the whistle. A little over 10 minutes left to go. I'm getting some messages here. I'm apologizing. There's nothing we can do about the Wi-Fi. It didn't even fully load yesterday, so apologies to everybody who couldn't watch that third period. It was a 6-2 final against Littleton Black. I will make sure to stick around here for the whole thing to get uploaded after. And once it's uploaded and it's not live, it will be clean and clear. But we don't get the best Wi-Fi here in this building for some reason. You'd think in this day and age, if you can get Wi-Fi on an airplane, you should be able to get it in a hockey rink in Denver. Off the boards and out. Stopped there by Castillo. Bevins tries to get a stick on. The players run into each other. Back to Bodine, who puts it off the player's skate and can't get it out. Bevin back in her own zone. Drops it there for Castillo, has Bodine. Reaching back in. D-man pinches in there for Vail, hammering it hard behind the boards. Pushed up behind the net by Lauber, and back over to Castillo. Castillo trying to work his way around,
that ref's
loses
got
it
to
to
get
the
out of
ref.
there.
He puts it up the boards, finds Haviland, just got a little bit of time to go skate. Bodine staying onside, Haviland taking this one wide, dumps it around the far boards, into the corner for Bodine. Bodine back to Haviland, trying to get the one-time pass off, or the give-and-go pass off for the one-timer. Castillo doesn't get the shot off, and then Vail's headed right back in the opposite direction. Working there wide,
Oh,
big
wow.
save. Prokop coming up huge one more time. Lauber in behind his own net, up the boards to Haviland, who gets tripped up there, and he's going to draw a penalty. Vail going to be taking 2 minutes here for a trip as Haviland goes down in the corner. 8:40 left to go, first period. 5-on-4 coming up for your Warriors. Power play opportunity. One right back there to Manick. Canterbury can't keep it in the point. Passed up off of Popovic. Into the corner from Stewart. Popovic up against the boards hard. Stewart helping him out. Trying to set this up. He gets tripped up there. Popovic and the other players still tangled up. I think their helmets are stuck together. That was actually pretty funny. Looked like they were kissing in the corner. Their masks were locked together.
Oh boy.
Shorthanded other way here for Vail. Coming back in, Kolchevsky swinging the stick. Cannonberg with a big block. Manick now has it, tries to feed it up to Popovic. He gets intercepted there by Vail at center ice. Tipped ahead by Popovic, and then clapped all the way down.
That's got to be an ice,
icing.
yeah. Well, Harry, I hate to say it, but this looks like our standard power play.
For the first period, anyway. I don't want to say they're getting off to a slow start. We are playing against a strong, speedy team here in Vail. But when we do have the man advantage, the expectation is that the play is controlled in the offensive zone. But I'm just a guy with a mic standing in the stands. Back out, sneaks between the defenders, and now McGowan's going to
That's a good win on that draw. You got to control that puck better than that.
McGowan getting set up behind his own net. Up to Fredette.
Okay.
That gets missed and iced on a power play here.
I just, my goodness gracious.
Got to make those quick, sharp passes.
Yeah,
as you can hear Scott Foster.
Yeah, he's marking the directions up here.
They've still got 28 seconds here with the man advantage. Seeing what they can do. Foster's set to line up way back in his own zone. Wins that one back. Quickly behind the net to McGowan. Up the far side, again out of the reach of Foster, or Weber, sorry. Weber chasing it down, icing waved off this time. Right back in behind the zone, they spin off Weber. Come back, great back check there by Fredette, picking it up at the blue lines. Weber gaining back into the zone. Weber with Foster going towards the front of the net, he's got it. Checks up into the corner, spins back onto it. Penalty is over, back to 5-on-5 here with Vail cleaning it out of their zone. McGowan, excellent work there by McGowan.
I like that keep.
Round to Vail, they backhand it back off the boards to themselves behind the net. Winding this way up, trying to make that pass up. McGowan intercepts, and they get run into at center ice there.
Two big boys banging into each other. He loses that glove.
Manages to pick it up this side. In front. Foster around the boards to Haviland, who gets stepped into there. Kicking it back over to Foster. Has Beaudin, feeds Beaudin, streaking up the right wing. Here comes Beaudin 1-on-5. Taking this one in wide, Haviland's trailing. Tries to get it to him, he gets a stick on it, but then just taps it wide of the net. Canterbury trying to keep that in. Castillo at the blue line. Tipped over to the far side. Castillo and Lauber decide that Lauber's going to take it and gets stepped around. Canterbury into the corner with Beaudin. 5 minutes and 59 seconds left to tick off this first period clock as Haviland's coming out. Feeds it up the boards to Castillo. He's going to let this one bounce off. He picks it up, taking it in wide, forcing his way in. He gets tripped up, and there's going to be another penalty against the Vail team for tripping as big Castillo was fighting his way in hard and gets taken out for his effort. They've got to do something a little bit different with this power play opportunity.
I agree. I'm a little worried about this power play, Harry. The last one looked like they were down 2 men for some reason. Like you said, you want a little more activity in the offensive zone when you got a man advantage.
Castillo, Beaudin, and Haviland going to stay out there with Lauber and Cannonberg. 4 players in the Dark Navy. One back by Vail. And they get it out. There's going to be a trip and call on Lauber. It's going to get evened up here 4-on-4 as Vail works their way in. They touched up on that puck. A whistle's going to blow. And the penalty is negated. We're going to go to 4-on-4 here as Lauber gets his stick caught up in the player breaking out of their own zone. Stewart. One back cleanly by Vail. Shot, Prokop save. Off their shoulder, back down to McGowan. Circling around, makes a pass behind. Manic loses it in the slot, gets spun around there. And picked up by Kolchevsky. Has Stewart. Knocking it into the Vail zone. Lots of room on this ice. 4-on-4. Up to the far side. McGowan chasing the Vail player into the corner. They're taking this one in. Stop Prokop with a save. McGowan taking his time coming out of his own zone off the skates of the Vail player. Gets it back off the rebound. They're coming in 3-on-2. Manic has it with the shot in front. The tip by McGowan. He's in deep, trying to center it. Still has it. McGowan flips it back out to the point. Bounces over the stick of Kolchevsky. And Speedy number 6 has got the step on him, coming in 1-on-1 against the goalie.
Oh boy.
A bouncing puck at the blue line ends up in the hands of Vail, who takes it down the ice and puts one past, making this 1-0. Both players will stay in the box as that was a 4-on-4 goal. That kid's got some wheels.
He's one of their star players, 6 and 11, and the 2 kids you got to put an X on. Make sure you don't let them get that free ice like that.
Now we got 5. Bodain skating back to the bench. There should only be 4 players on there. Puck's dropped. Popovic forcing it forward. He's going to work his way into the zone. Gets it stripped off of his stick. Back out to the center ice. Bevan taking the body there. Popovic back over to Cannonberg. Up to Bevan. Bevan has Weber. Bevan comes across the blue line, does a little bit of stick handling. Oh, looking for that
what
far
a shot.
corner.
I like
back
that
out to
move
Cannonberg.
there.
In front.
Oh my goodness,
Get
another
shot on the net.
Oh.
That one comes out past Cannonberg at the blue line, all the way down, icing waved off.
Waved off
They're
for
racing in
some
hard
reason,
here.
I guess.
Popovic pushes it up ahead, gets bodied into the boards. Cannonberg returns the favor on the far side and then feeds it out to Fredette. He's coming up the left wing with a Weber coming in with him. Fredette working his way through, gets his shot off, it goes up and over and in! Eli Fredette tying this game up with 3:44 left to go. Great effort by him to bounce one over the goalie and in the back of the net.
Good hard work on that play, racing up the far side.
Excellent work. Tied back up with this Vail squad. We're still in the first period. And we got to do this for what, 3, 4, 5 more periods with this team today. McGowan taps it right back up the far side, looking for Weber. It goes past him. And Vail collects at center ice. Fredette spins him around with the back check. Making the pass up, gets it to Weber. Skating through a couple, takes another shot, loose in front. Fredette with the backhand rebound. Goalie gets a piece of it, centering pass. And Weber couldn't find it. Now he's racing back as Vail comes up the far side. McGowan steps into that one, passing it up to Weber. Or Foster. Foster spins, knocks it right back into the zone. Foster keeping it over to Fredette off of his skates. Little bit of spark after that Fredette goal here for your Warriors. Gets dumped in deep and McGowan chases into his own zone as they make changes on the Warriors side.
Oh,
McGowan can't get it up the boards. Bodain stepping into the play. In the slot, they're just walking their way around with it. Vail has it back out to the blue line, knocking it hard up off the boards. Over to Bevan, who can't feed it out. Castillo steps over it. In the slot now, Vail. McGowan gets taken down. Haviland has an opportunity on the far side. He gets it out of the zone up to Castillo, who couldn't backhand it through the player. And here comes that number 6 again, coming across the blue line. Back over to Lauber at the blue line. Knocks it through center ice. Ping pong action right down below the press box here as we go back and forth. And finally, the Warriors get it in deep to the Vail zone. 2:10 left to go here in this first period. 1-1 tie. And Bodain at the top of the blue line. Puts it into the corner. Haviland chasing it down. Backhanded in front. Nobody home that wasn't wearing a blue jersey. And they spin it up the far side. Bouncing this one out to center ice. Lauber picks it up. Dumps it right back in over the Vail blue line. Back over to Lauber. Has Haviland. He's got to reach for that one. Vail turns on him. And Bodain keeping it at the blue line and then backhanded right back out. Lauber up off the boards and out to center ice. Vail fires it in on the right side of that red line, keeping this one no icing. Cannonberg in his own corner. Drops that one back over to his deep partner, Lauber, who's going to spin it back over this way. It has Bodain and Castillo coming out. Bodain trying to tip that one up to Castillo. Manages to clear the blue line, and Vail picks it up at center ice. Across to the streaking Vail player. Just being onside there. Stewart coming in, picking it up off the bench. Trying to walk his way through 4 players. Gets held up there by number 11. Popovic back with it. Off of Stewart's skates. Gets his own pass back, and now Popovic's going to gain the blue line. Final minute of play here in the first period. Popovic skating around the Vail net. Out to the point. McGowan with the blast. Blocked. Still loose in front. Kicked down and picked up by Vail. They go in hard behind the boards. Manic centering pass. Unable to find Stewart, and now they're retreating back to center ice. Stewart does find that one. Backhands it across the Vail blue line. And they reverse it coming up the near side. Manic on top of him with Popovic chasing him back into his own zone. Manic with it. Trying to get that pass across. Stewart in front. Stewart with the backhand. Ooh, looking for his own rebound. Gets another shot. Popovic with it.
Holy moly.
Oh, and the goalie finally manages to hang on.
Wow.
Oh. Wow, frantic action in front of the net.
Wow,
A bumping and shoving. The goalie hangs onto it. And Vail's going to come out of that with a penalty.
Wow.
As one of the Warriors players was inside the net at the end of that. They've got 11.9 seconds left here in the first period. And we're back to minute and 30 penalties now. Didn't we have 2 minutes yesterday?
Yeah, we did. Actually, I think the last time we played Vail, at one point it was 94-0. So you never know what's going to be happening with the scoreboard against Vail.
That is true. Foster back out to McGowan. Trying to get that last shot off here as the final seconds tick across the clock. Vail's going to get it out. They're not going to have enough time to do anything with it here as they come across the red line and are forced to hold up on it.
And we will start the second period with that dreaded power play. I hate to say that, but I'm not sure what to expect of this power play of our Warriors here, Harry.
They've got to get something set up and going. It seems that they usually start to play in the second and third periods, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna just roll with that. And they hung on here with a tight team. We had some great chances there at the end.
We sure did. We sure did. You could easily have seen this going into that second period with a 2-1 lead, but I'm feeling good about starting this period with the power play. Maybe some good pressure, some good puck movement.
Make their way to center ice. Foster, Weber, and Fredette out there with Lauber and Bevan. Skating back in between up pipes. Big number 31, Simon Prokop. Everybody signals they're ready. The Warriors are trying to make sure that they're ready. Last little huddle there for Foster skates to the dot. Wins this one back. Bevan up to Lauber with some room. Lauber feeding Foster at center. Off the front of his stick, Foster has it back, takes a short angle shot. Picks up his own rebound, looking to center. It gets out to the point past Bevan and all the way down. There's no icing on that as they fired it down their own side. 1 minute left to go in this power play.
Oh, physical body.
That's not a holding or what? Foster comes in. Up the boards to Fredette. Feeding Weber. Weber has Bevan up ahead of him. Bevan coming across the red line, gaining the blue line with Foster, or Fredette and Foster going towards the net. Devin Foster pinning his player up against the board. Fredette circles it back over to Foster. Looking for Weber to center that one. That one's going to go over Lauber's stick over the far side. 27 seconds left in this man advantage for the Warriors. They dump it back in, barely keeping it onside. Off the ref, skating back out to Vail, who can't get the pass across as Foster was coming, or Weber was coming back out with that one. Bevan another opportunity. They got caught on a change, 4-on-2. She comes in, just dumps it in to the corner. Fredette going to get it. Two big bodies colliding there. Fredette comes out with it. Back out to Cannonberg. Leaving that pass into the slot to Weber, anticipated by the Vail players. And now the player steps out of the box behind Kolchevsky. And Kolchevsky, doing a great job defensively. Vail with a couple of good opportunities there. Back to 5-on-5 hockey.
Oh my goodness.
Out to center, get it out of there. Bodine to Castillo. Can't clear their zone.
To the point.
Shot from the point. Blocked down there by Prokop and into the corner. Kolchevsky spinning with Bodine. Trying to get this out to Castillo. Bodine can't get a grip on it. There he's got another opportunity here. Trying to feed that up through the middle, and it's picked off by Vail. Up the glass and out in those situations is what I would suggest. Held in at the blue line again. Another shot.
Oh my goodness.
Rebound off of Prokop's pad. Back out to the point. Vail with another shot. I don't like the way this is going. Castillo finally gets some room with it. Skating his way out of the zone. Trying to go through the player. Castillo picks it back up. Looking for Bodine in front. Tipped right out to the blue line. Clearing the zone. McGowan up off Cannonberg's stick, just inside the blue line. Vail turns it quickly. Back to center. Cannonberg to Castillo. Has Haviland here. Haviland's got an opportunity as he walks in.
Oh, yes.
Oh, makes the pass over. Oh. Tried to feed it across. Stewart's saying the puck's in the net.
I think that puck was in the goal there, Harry.
Stewart's saying I got that puck in the net. It was behind the goaltender and
sure
past the blue
was.
line. The ref's gonna say no. They're looking at the iPads on the bench. Are we gonna see a coach's challenge here? Now we got too many men on the ice here. 7 players. Oh, what an opportunity there. I think that might have went in.
I think it was in the goal.
Stewart. He's a
Yeah.
pretty trustworthy kid.
He is.
The refs are talking about
Refs
it.
are conferring over
But
there.
what can they confer about now? It's called on the ice. They can't take it back. But the senior referee just letting him know that he's got it. Before he makes a definitive call on that, I think, he might have to take a little bit more time to think about it. Stewart wanting it again.
Oh, that's a good stick lift there at the end by that Vail, number 11 again.
Popovic knocking it in behind the net, picked up by Vail. Tied up by Stewart, forced to retreat the other way, back behind off the boards to his D partner. They go back and forth with it. Up to the blue line, they make a quick pass out. Vail coming across with Popovic coming back. Unbelievable defensive effort there by Noah. Out to McGowan, feeding to the far side out of Pop's reach. And they're going to let that one go and be waved off at the last second as they were looking for an icing call.
Oh, that's not a
Manic,
good play
excellent
there.
work there, picking it up. Manic centering pass. Popovic couldn't get everything on it, and it's picked back up by Vail and cleared out of the zone. Bevan checking it back into her own zone. Go for a skate with it. Hang on, back up the boards. Stewart can't get it out. Popovic,
my
bodies
goodness.
flying everywhere.
Oh my goodness.
They knock it out. Manic in a foot race. He's not going to beat 24 to it. Vail bangs it back up off the boards. Popovic on the ice, picked back up by Vail. Into the Aprapahoe zone they come. McGowan out, but gets deflected down. He couldn't find Foster at the center dot. Tip back in. Bevan has it. Feeding it out to the top of the blue line. Pinching in is that number 6, working his way through, trying to make that pass across. Stewart with a little piece of it. Out to the point. Another shot pad saved by Prokop. Foster out. Stewart can't clear the zone. Finally does, clears it out. That should be waved off as it is, as it was tipped to the center. And the Vail team skating behind their own bench behind their own net. It's been a long morning for Fredette with the pickup already. In front, backhanded Foster, and that one goes in. Excellent work there for Fredette, powering his way to the front of the net. Foster finding right there with them. Foster with the backhand, putting it in, making this a 2-1 game.
Good hard work, staying with that puck, never giving up. That's how you score goals the hard way.
Go to the net is the way to do it. You never know what's going to happen, where that puck's going to bounce. Keep your stick on the ice and then put it back. Long way from being over. 9:11 left to go here in the second period. It's a 2-1 lead for the Warriors. Lauber up to Foster across the blue line. Looking for another one. His shot's blocked in on top of the goalie. He's going to put a glove down and cover it up. Crowd is into this one. Packed house on both sides of the stands. Lots of people coming down from Vail too. Most anticipated game of the weekend here in
It sure is.
In Colorado youth hockey. Looking for the tip. Foster bouncing on it. He gets knocked down.
That's some good hard work down low again.
Lauber off the boards to Weber. Shot through the crease over to the far side. Cannonberg racing in, gets a backhand back over to Fredette. Fredette getting pinned up against the boards. Weber coming over to his aid. Foster back to Cannonberg with the shot. That one sails through the crease and wide. Lauber trying to pinch in. And there's going to be a roughing call against Vail.
Whoa.
I did not see that behind the play.
I didn't see that either.
Things are not physical out there, that's for sure.
He was quick to call that ref, so something must have happened, Harry.
It has been some hard-fought hockey, a lot of physicality up against the boards in front of the net.
And now we are on that dreaded power play. Let's hope it's better this time.
This is the one. I've got a good feeling about this.
I
power
do
play.
too.
8:30 left on the clock.
You
minute
can
30
see
on
him
the power
talking.
play.
Fans banging on the net, on the glass.
Castillo with the win over to
Oh,
Bodine.
no.
Back to Lauber. He's going to keep this one in. Bodine against the boards. Bodine back out to Lauber.
That's
So
just
be
not
careful
a
on
good
those ones
play.
there. Lauber working his way in.
Oh, my goodness.
That one gets deflected up over the net and into the glass. Cannonberg making that pass across to Lauber. He wants another shot at it. He gets knocked down before he gets enough on it. Bounce back out to the point. Pass Castillo into the corner behind the net for Bodine.
Oh my
Vail
God.
turns, dumps that all the way down. That's going to be right on Prokop. So icing is not going to be called. Lauber back to pick it up. Up to Haviland, who still has it. Walking his way in slowly. Castillo with him. Haviland taking this one wide down the left wing. Centering pass. Oh, just misses Bodine on that one. Goes past McGowan.
Oh
He
my
taps that back
goodness.
in. That's offside.
Oh my goodness.
But we'll take that offside other than what could have happened in the alternative scenario.
You know, when our team has the best power plays, when they move the puck and passing it, it's just.
Or what? That should have been, at least to here. Still 5-on-4 for another 30 seconds. Manic working his way in the slot. Sticks all tangled up there. Vail comes out of the pile with it, turning around back out of their own zone. That says round one. That number 6 gets it knocked away by Kolchevsky. And he goes in hard into the boards, both of them falling down. McGowan behind his own net now. Passes it up to Manic. Got to skate and reach for those ones. Vail with 2 players against Manic. Stewart in to help him out. It's caught up underneath the skates. Popovic all the way back out to McGowan.
Oh my
Clap
goodness.
stolen in. I don't know where he was aiming on that
No,
one.
I don't know.
Just a bit outside. Popovic now fighting. Back with Stewart. Vail knocking this one out into the corner. They got 5 players back on the ice. And number 11 tries to wind up. Popovic gets a stick on it at the blue line. He gets it back. Working it through. Manic and Popovic run into each other at the blue line. Kolchevsky trying to force number 11 off the puck. Centering pass. Blocker pad save. Oh, loose puck there picked up by McGowan.
Oh my
Stewart
goodness.
clears it out of the zone to Manic. Manic has Popovic stretching for it. Popovic coming in. Can't get all the way through. He goes down trying to find his way towards the net. Goalie hangs onto it. 6:07 left to go. Second period action here. It's 2-1 on the OTT Sports Network. I haven't had any time to plug sponsors, talk about players. It's been action end to end here, as it always is against this Vail Navy team. One more time, we are here for this and only got a couple hours to get your driveways shoveled and get back on the air. I think it's a 1 o'clock start for our second game back over at South Sub. Still a period and a half to play on this first one, though, as Vail's pounding their way into the Aprapahoe zone. Over to Fredette. Gets it out. Not all the way to Weber. Fredette's going to try again.
Oh boy.
Jumps through Bevan, back over to Lauber. Lauber pushing this one in. He's going to chase it down. As Fredette backs out to the point to cover his position. He goes down. Trying to hold it in there was Weber, but Vail coming out the other way. Into the offense, 2-on-1. Shot through the crease and just wide of the post. Lauber clearing it back out of their zone. Vail snapping it across the blue line, dumping it in deep. Not deep enough as Lauber sees Fredette on the far side. Eli Fredette racing in. He's going to try to cut back on this one. Gets through. And that's another tripping call. Vail player got the leg out, got the stick out, got something out. We're going back on the power play with 5:04 left to go.
I hate to say it, but we're on that dreaded power play again.
I got a good feeling about
You
this
do?
one, Brian. I got a good feeling.
Okay.
We're getting closer and closer, right?
The Warriors just need to move the puck. Everyone tries to skate through all 4 players. Puck movement is the key to success here, Harry.
Bodine back over to Haviland. Feed out to the point to Kolcheski, shooting that one in front. Puck is loose, and there is Bodine! Moving that puck, getting it towards the
You
front
were
of the
right.
net, kicking across. I got a good feeling
You
about
were
this
right
one.
about that one. You were right about that one, Harry.
Barrett Bodine on the power play. Makes this one 3-1 for the Warriors. Oh, trying that quick play. He gets a little bit ahead of them, back to Vail inside their own zone. They clear it out off the blue line. Bodine right back into the mix of thing down below the press box, being helped out by Castillo, but Vail comes away with it. Knocking it in on the far boards. Kolcheski taking his time, seeing where he wants to line this one up. Circles back up off the boards to Bodine. Can't get this one out. He does. Castillo can't fight off number 6 for it. Gonna get another opportunity with this. Then it's tipped back up to Castillo. Castillo trying to work his way through, drops that back over to Bodine, gaining the blue line, trying to force it all the way in. Bodine still has it off the skates of the defender and picked up by Vail behind their own net. They go hard around the boards. Canterbury stepping in off the blue line, putting that big body up against the boards and holding the puck in. Vail with it, ringing around the boards to the other side. They dump that out. They're going to say that's deflected. No icing. Kolcheski racing back. Canterbury's with them. Vail has 2 players on top of it. Haviland coming in hard, gets his body roughed up for it. Stewart with it behind the net. Spin it all the way around. Not held in there by Vail, and it's go all the way down. Popovic's racing in on the forecheck. Vail off the boards, and Canterbury turns and hammers that one right back in. Did he just pass that off his own net back to himself? McGowan at center. Gains the red line and dumps it in. Stewart's got to chase this one down. Manick on the far side. Pace of play seems to be slowing here on the Warriors side. We can't let that happen with a little under 3 minutes left to go, and that dreaded 2-goal lead up on the scoreboard.
Oh, no, I forgot about that.
Banging and crashing, can't get it out. Vail at the blue line.
Oh, my goodness.
Shot up high and wide, floating over. Bevan manages to bounce it off the boards and out the far side. Stewart has room with it now. He's got Popovic and Manick with him. Stewart can't stick handle his way through, loses his stick, and Popovic goes down over another player. McGowan swinging and stealing with this guy. Manages to knock it away from him. Cleared out by Manick, and he picks it right back up. 3-on-2 the other way if they hurry. Now it's back to 3-on-3. Manick driving wide with this. Backhand towards the front.
That was a
Popovic
good
going
play.
hard and just missed it. McGowan stepping in with the shot, high into the goalie's glove. He's going to take some time to hang on to that one. We got 2 minutes left to go in the second period. Your Warriors are up 3-1 over Vail Navy. Oh. Foster, Weber, Fredette, McGowan, and Bevan. One by Vail, pushed forward and quickly out of the zone. Vail's trying to split the D. McGowan swings a twig at it, knocking that one away.
Oh, no.
Behind the net.
Oh,
Up
my goodness.
over the net. Whoa, a weird bouncing play there. And it's lost in the top of the slot here. Vail trying to turn that back in. Oh,
good play.
McGowan just steers that one off to the side. Vail with all the pressure right now in the offensive zone. McGowan cleans it out the far side to Fredette, though there's 2 of them. Fredette gets it knocked away, and then Foster's going to go collect. Foster to Fredette in front, back to Weber. Stepping in on the point is Canterbury. He has it on his backhand, just going to flip that one in to Foster. Back out to the point. Miscommunication there. That one gets dumped back into the defensive zone for your Warriors, and Lauber's quick to turn it around. Up the boards to Weber, knocked down. To Vail getting back on side. Out of the zone and back in. Now it's up off the glass and out. Foster shouldered out of the way, and Vail has this with a final minute of play in the second period. Canterbury flipping that right back out. That's offside. They know it. They bang their sticks around, but there's nothing they can do about it at this point. 3-1's the score. 48.7 seconds left to tick off this second period timer. Ref gets them all sorted out. Owns one over to Bodine by Castillo. Castillo now trying to tip it through the player, pushing him around, but then Vail comes the other way. Stick of Canterbury getting on top of it. Keeping it back out. Now Haviland's got some room to go. He can't get through the three players. He goes down. Bodine sticks it into the corner, back over to Haviland. Centering pass.
Just get one more.
We need one more here. It would be great. 21 seconds left to go in this period. Bodine keeping it in. He got the last one. Now he's fighting his way around the corner looking for another. Around the boards, out to the point. Lauber holding it in, stepping in. Gets absolutely stood up and taken out there.
She finished that check. That's a good call. She finished that check like you see in NHL on Wednesday night, TNT.
That's going to be a penalty just for that.
Yeah, you see her go into that and go into Lauber and actually extend her arms like they teach you in Bantam to finish checks.
Just 1 year too early for that.
Yeah.
Coach giving the last minute instructions here to his forwards as they're going to have an offensive draw with 5.3 seconds left on the clock, and they're on the power play. Let's see what they drew up as Lauber goes down again.
He's still feeling it. Still feeling it after that big check by that.
Castillo trying to get that one over. Bodine with it. Out to the point. Just dumped into the corner as time expires. And we're going to see the third period now start with a power play as well, same as the second. A lot of action going on there.
Yeah.
Two teams battling hard. I don't understand. Do you know how the leagues work? Because I know Vail's not in the Rocky Mountain. They're in the Central. Like, could we possibly see these guys in a state tournament? Or
I think we could actually. But I'm with you, Harry. I don't know how it works, but I think we could see them in some sort of state finals. You got to think that this Navy Blue and this Vail Blue are the two best teams in the state. I mean,
according to the standings, they are right now anyway. But I just don't know how the federations and the conferences and everything else works. So we'll just play it by ear. We've still got a few months before we're worried about anything in the state. Some fun ones coming up though. Minnesota in January. Boca Raton, Florida in February. That's going to be nice. A little bit of a change.
Are you going down to that one, Harry?
I am going to go down there. You know what? I wasn't going to, but the fans pulled together and got me a plane ticket. They said, we can't do it without being able to watch. I assumed you were going to be there with me.
I'm not going to make it down there, actually. I decided to stay back here in cold Colorado for that one. I think my other kids got some hockey stuff that I have to attend to. So unfortunately, I'll be watching the stream instead of streaming.
I'm going to have to find some help.
You don't want to ask Foster.
Foster's a little too aggressive for this.
Yeah.
Look at up there. He's just yelling in the stands right now.
Oh, yeah.
On the power play, Popovic, Manic, and
Wins
Stewart out there with Kolchevsky and McGowan. Stewart going hard into the corner, trying to get themselves set up on this power play. That doesn't happen, and Vail dumps it right back out across the blue line, coming in shorthanded, 1-on-2. Can't stick handle his way around, but they can't clear it out. Finally managed to get right to center ice. That was just dumped in high. McGowan up to Manick with that dangerous one-time pass. And Kolchevsky now has it. Coming in, looking to get set up hopefully here. Centering pass picked up by Vail. Interception. It's trying to get out, but Kolchevsky turns it right back around and dumps it in. Stewart behind the net. Finn backs up with it. Tries to go back off the boards to himself for a self-pass. 27 seconds left to go. Centering. And Manick couldn't get everything on it. McGowan right back in off the glass and down in deep for Stewart. Or Popovic, sorry.
Good work.
Pop working his way out. All the way back out to the point. Kolchevsky dumps that one in, trying to make the bounce pass off the boards to the center. Just missing on that one. And Popovic and Manick fight for it behind the net. Centered and tipped onto the goalie. Nobody on the doorstep. And Vail's back to regular strength and work their way into their zone. And then it finally gets cleared by Fredette. Passes it up on the far side. Foster coming off the bench. Foster with the shot. The save. He's looking for his own rebound. Wraparound attempt negated. And they turn and fire that one all the way down the ice. Just missing Prokop. And we're going to call that an icing.
You know, I like that play by Foster there. You saw him racing up the side, and he had his head up looking where the opening might be. Saw that 5-hole. That goalie shut it down. That was a really nice heads-up play. Usually the tendency of the player there is just to shoot it airborne, but he took his time, looked, tried to go 5-hole. I like that play.
He's looking for another one. Back out to the point. Lauber back in. Through the middle, Weber dumping it into Fredette. Centering pass, doesn't make it. Foster in behind the net. He's all over the place out there right now. Him and Fredette fighting for it. Weber picks it up. Backhand off the boards to Fredette. He has Foster in front. Fredette working his way behind the net. Tied up.
He's got to look up when he's got that puck.
Point. Bevan's going to race in for it, managing to knock it off her stick. Weber with the shot, blocked off the shin pads of the defender. Kept in there by Foster at the blue line. Gets a weak shot off that's deflected into the corner, and Fredette chasing it down. The Warriors wanting it here. They're doing a great job holding this offensive zone. Vail finally turns it around, coming out the other way. Lauber with the stick, gets past him. Bevan banging it behind the net. Foster and Bevan both back there. Finds Barrett Bodine up on the boards. He can't clear it past number 7.
He's got to stay with that puck. You got to want that.
He's with Bevan now, and Vail's trying to get this one back out. They're working their way out of the corner with it. Now there's some room here. Bodine. Up to Foster. Up to Weber. He's coming in. Weber's trying to split the D. He managed to do so, but he forgot the puck. Gonna have another crack at it here. Weber backhanding that in. Castillo comes off the bench.
Using that big body, tried to keep it in. Pass to Bodine.
Bodine turning at center ice. He's getting pinched up against the boards there and then knocked down. There's going to be another Vail penalty here as number 7, I believe, or 27, took out Bodine coming in. Good hard work by him and another power play. It was number 7. Thought I saw the play, but I wasn't going to call it too early. This is the line that got it last time. We'll see if they can get another power play goal here. 10:19 left to go, third period action. Your Warriors leading Vail 3-1. Ref explaining to the coach what's happening there, and the coach is saying, that's a little bit of weak sauce in my mind there, bud. Castillo wins that one over to Haviland, but he gets bodied off the puck, and they clear the zone. Vail across the red line, doesn't get a pass. Kolchevsky turns and dumps it back in inside the Vail zone. They're spinning on it, flipping back and forth, trying to get this out of their own end. They do, back out to center ice. Canterbury off the boards to Castillo. Castillo's going to walk up center ice. Castillo backhand in front of the net. Bodine and Haviland both late to the party. Out to the point to Kolchevsky. He's going to step in, block down in front as a nice hard shot comes through. Franceschi trying to keep it in again. Doesn't manage to do so. And now they dump it back in. Around the far side. They stop behind the net. Castillo. Haviland with it. Haviland wraparound attempt.
Oh!
Did he get... Gets knocked down
does a
for
little
the
barrel
extra
roll
poke.
there.
2 for diving, if you want to ask me on that one. I'm not. He came in hard. He was looking for that wraparound, but it did not tuck in past the goalie.
You know, I think the coach needs to spend some time with these kids on the power play in the next practice. I tell you, every kid skates with it, and there's no passing. We got some more conferring over there with the coach and the ref. Okay.
They're still having a conversation, but nothing else is going to happen from this. 35 seconds left to go in the man advantage for your Warriors. 9:23 on the third period clock. Bevan keeping it in. Manic spinning back out to Bevan. She controls the bouncing puck, drops it in the slot for Popovic. Works his way back over to Stewart. Shot comes off. And now Manic behind the net. Centering in front, diving for it. Stewart hammering away. Puck still loose. Manic couldn't get to it. Great second and third opportunities and effort there by this line.
I felt good about that. That was some good work back behind the net.
One back by Vail.
Oh, here's this 11 with some steam.
Gonna take it up through the middle. He falls down, makes a pass across the 6 on his way down. Bevan forcing him wide. Big
good
shot,
shutdown.
big save by Prokop. Bevan looking to make that feed out of the zone. Manic intercepts the pass from Vail. Popovic and Manic on the forecheck now as we're back to even strength on both sides. I guess even strength on both sides is saying the same thing twice. That's going to be an offside.
Would that be what they call redundancy?
Redundancy, yes. I think that's redundant. Wait till I just say everything I just said for the last hour and 2 hours from now.
You can hear Foster barking directions.
Fredette picking it up off the face-off win by Foster. They push it in deep. Back to Vail. Weber racing over to the far corner for it. Up off the boards, back behind the net. That's Fredette chasing him down. Foster with them. Cannonberg pinching in deep. Working this one into the corner. Cannonberg.
Oh, I like that.
Out, centering. Look. Doesn't get all the way through to Foster. But Fredette comes in, breaking that play up. Again, back over to the front, nobody home. Vail can't clear the zone. Fredette with another good job at the blue line. Fredette coming in off the left wing on his backhand centering pass. Nobody home. Little sandwich there. The coach is calling for one on that. Goalie misplays that Fredette if he just turns and fires.
Oh no, oh no.
Couldn't get it through, and now number 6 has a breakaway. Lauber chasing him down.
Good.
Lauber with the work. Prokop with the save. Woo! Good work there. It's only back out to the blue line. They turn, keep this one in. Dumped it back out. Now Fredette chasing
another chance.
Fredette pushes it up ahead. Number 11 gets back to it. Oh, we can't get it past Castillo, who turns and slips and falls.
Oh, I like it.
Castillo power move.